Newman.
And how are you employed?
Sergeant with the City of Atlanta Police Department
And how long have you served as a sergeant with the City of Atlanta Police Department?
since 2019.
If you can briefly tell the jury about your career with the Atlanta Police Department.
I started out as patrol officer in Zone 3 and Zone 2, 2012. Then I transitioned to the Aviation unit as an officer in 2018. Got promoted to sergeant, went to Zone 5 as a sergeant, and then I went back to the Aviation unit in 2019. And then as of January this year, I've been helping out with the construction site of the new police academy.
Sergeant, if you don't mind just pulling, that mic moves, that shorter one, just pull it towards you so you can talk into it. Thank you.
Okay.
If you can tell the jurors your job duties and responsibilities as both an officer and a sergeant with the Aviation unit.
So as an officer, my responsibilities were as what we call a tactical flight officer. So basically the officer that works the camera systems, the radio systems, and the spotlight systems, and communicates with officers on the ground in the helicopter.
And when you start off in the Aviation unit, do you start off as a tactical officer?
Yes, kind of the pathways. You start as a tactical flight officer, and then then you can become a pilot if you transition into that.
And as a supervisor, what are your job duties and responsibilities with the Aviation unit?
So my responsibilities were twofold. Main responsibilities were tactical flight officer and a pilot in command, as well as various administrative responsibilities.
Now, what types of calls will the Aviation unit assist on?
Anything from helping locate missing persons, providing overwatch for parades or dignitary visits, or assisting with pursuits, police chases.
I want to direct your attention to March 17th, 2022. Did you have the occasion to assist the homicide and gang unit with a pursuit call?
Yes.
How did you get involved with assisting with that pursuit call?
That day I was performing the duties as a tactical flight officer, and we were requested to assist follow a white Audi.
And where is the Aviation unit housed?
Hartsfield.
Once you received the call, what, if anything, did you do?
We had to get to the helicopter, start it up, and then get airborne and get this. My responsibility is get the systems going, camera system, radio systems, and then transit to the call.
And when you say get them going, what do you mean?
Turn them on.
Is there anything else you have to get in order to actually assist the police officers? Like what has to happen with the actual system itself?
So after we turn it on, the GPS systems has to sync on the camera, so it can get the GPS location log for the camera system and the mapping system.
And is your pursuit video and audio recorded?
Yes.
And have you had the opportunity to review that pursuit from March 17, 2022 in preparation for your testimony today?
Yes.
Permission to approach, Your Honor?
You may.
I'm going to show you what's going to be marked as 337 VV. Tell me if you recognize 337 VV.
Yes.
And how do you recognize it?
It's the video we watched earlier, and I signed it. Yeah.
And did that appear to be a fair and accurate depiction of the pursuit from March 17, 2022 involving that white Audi?
Yes.
Did there appear to be any additions or deletions?
No.
Here at this time, the state would like to admit 337 VV into evidence.
No objection.
Admitted.
Commissioner Polish.
You may.
from the airport to where you first encountered, seeing the white Audi, about how long did it take to travel that distance?
I remember East Point's pretty close, so it was a couple minutes, if that.
And when you are serving and assisting, do you take over the responsibilities of kind of navigating the other vehicles that are in the pursuit on the direction of travel of your target vehicle?
Yes.
Now, if you just orient the jury to where we are when we first, if you can orient the jury to the green items that are contained on the screen that we're looking at first.
So if you just, let's start out the top left. You just have the date and time, and then we'll go clockwise around. So the next items are camera settings all the way at the top. And then the bottom right corner is where the camera is pointing location. Right now, the GPS system is still syncing, so it doesn't have a latitude and longitude yet. It takes a couple minutes for that to sync. And then if you continue going to the middle, you says IR cooling. That's just the infrared system has to cool down. It takes a certain amount of time. And then the bottom left is the actual aircraft location, latitude and longitude. And if you continue up along the left side, the middle of the left side is the orientation of where the camera is pointing in relation to the helicopter.
I just have enough UCs in the area. Yeah, I got a blunt in Cleveland, so when he pulls out, I can pick him up. I'm at Chevron, just about 285. Calling the first margin of working off on Cleveland. What's up? I just for things. Get to the margins that's coming, hide out for a minute. I'm going to see. I'm going to be across the street. So if you call us, you want to drop the 2 checks, we'll be Tuesday, where I got us, we can get somebody going the other way. I don't know if that's perfect. There's actually Eastport police out here in the parking lot of Eastport, on 6-way. Hey, you working at 88? Hey, you know, before the market, what's a good 5-hour location? Who's 26 for it? Hey, make it Cleveland Metro for y'all, Sean. Okay, copy. I believe Shannon above. If Shannon's above, we got one more kills. Let's get him in the parking lot versus him get moving.
Hey, Phoenix, that's a negative. Our mapping system isn't up yet. Give us another little bit.
All right, y'all. I'm still behind them for reference. Like I said, white Audi 85, Maryland code 8 David David 7071. Black male, tattoo under his left eye with red or pink biggie on. He starts to nail dread. Until, because he has on the beanie.
Carrier 1 on station. All right, Phoenix, we got our mapping system up. We can call it.
1840 we're around. We got GSP join us. And then there's an entrance and exit off of Cleveland Avenue. And we're progressing towards the drive-by window right now. I can't say around the curve, but I think it looks like he's pulling out now, y'all. Y'all might want to go ahead and call the Phoenix.
All right, yeah, he's pulling out to Cleveland Avenue exit. All right, he's making a right turn westbound on Cleveland Avenue.
Okay, the units have the westbound on Cleveland.
And again, so everybody knows, it's a white four-door Audi.
We are going to be in pursuit. We're currently westbound.
Okay, I have the white Audi. What?
Yeah, from radio. I can have the radio. You don't need to, you can cancel the repeat. Coming up to Normanberry, continuing westbound through Normanberry, still westbound on Cleveland. And he's driving normally, only about 40 to 50.
More units stand by until we get GSP or another more unit with you before you engage.
Alright, he stopped at the red light, Cleveland and Harris, making a right turn northbound on Harris Street from Cleveland.
Hey, if I'm in Cleveland Metro, I need to go east or west. I got GSP behind me.
Westbound, he's at Normanberry, Harris and Normanberry.
Has he already passed Metro?
Yeah, he's in East Point. Westbound, left turn on Normanberry from Harris Street.
Notice he stopped there.
Alright, left turn southbound on North Martin Street. If anybody can 6-2 over to MA3, East Point's running a joint detail. They got a bunch of units out.
Yeah, that's what
No, he made a left turn southbound on North Martin Street. Now he's back at Cleveland Avenue intersection, making a continuing straight southbound on North Martin from Cleveland Avenue.
And 2503 there. We'll take the radio quick.
Alright, he's at Irene Kidd Parkway, right turn westbound on Irene Kidd Parkway, coming up to Central Avenue. Irene Kidd Parkway turns into Washington Road, so he's continuing westbound on Washington Road from Central Avenue. Alright, he's at the intersection with Main Street, Washington Road and Main Street, making a right turn northbound on Main Street from Washington. Alright, he's making a left turn onto Dorsey Avenue, westbound on Dorsey Ave from Main Street. Alright, he's coming up to East Point Street. Alright, right turn the wrong way, northbound
one
on
way.
East Point Street, so he's against
Oh.
traffic. Coming up to
Oh.
Thompson Avenue.
Okay.
Alright, he's making a left turn westbound on Thompson Avenue from East Point Street. Alright, coming up to Church Street. Southbound on Church Street from Thompson. Made a right turn westbound on Dorsey Ave from Church Street. Passing Cheney Street, still west on Dorsey. At the dead end was Sims, left turn southbound on Sims Street from Dorsey. Coming back out to Washington Road. So Washington Road at Sims. Made a right turn westbound on Washington Road from Sims.
All right, Tower, please, sir. Well, we're currently westbound, but we're going to slowly be pushing southwestbound from here. Everyone, roger. It is a slow moving. We don't have units behind it yet.
All right, passing 8th Street on Washington Road. He's doing about 50 to 60 miles an hour. All right, coming up to Ben Hills, making a right turn, westbound on Ben Hill. All right, he's coming up to the intersection with the low, so he's on Ben Hill facing westbound at the intersection with the low.
He's going. He's
All right,
going.
he's passing cars now, westbound, passing the low. All right, Ben Hill Road. Ben's northbound, so he's north on Ben Hill Road. All right, Ben's back westbound, so he's continuing westbound on Ben Hill Road, 2300 block, coming up to Meadow Lark Drive.
So this is where the gun is going to be found.
All right, he's making a left turn southbound on Meadow Lark Drive. All right, this is a neighborhood he turned into.
Well, you got East Point behind it. They're on MA3.
All right, receive. If they can switch over to SOS. Meadowlark Ben's westbound. So he's westbound on Meadowlark, coming up the Boulder Way. All right, he's pulling into a driveway. 2481 Meadowlark Drive. Driver is he got two running. Driver has a maroon colored beanie on, black jacket, blue jeans. They're both running northbound behind 2481 Meadowlark Drive.
Tower Air 1 pursuit over on station.
You got 2 East Point behind it.
Everyone out there will be looking.
All right, somebody get behind 2471 Meadowlark.
They're going towards Ore Drive.
All right, somebody get onto Ore Drive will be the north side of perimeter. All right, Phoenix, be advised, I lost eyes on the one I was tracking.
They advised on MA3, they got several gunpoint behind their house. They want some help. Can you give us a location right here?
2481 Meadowlark Drive.
It's a White House.
Hey, if any units on the ground can confirm that they have both at gunpoint.
Yes.
All right, copy that. They got both of them. One of them threw a bag Directly on the 3 side behind 2481 Metal Art, black book bag.
Okay. Okay, we got everybody secured. Got a GSP unit here at Meadow Lark. I'm not sure the numbers here with firearm city call.
Sergeant Kleinens.
Hey, come on, go ahead.
Are you down there on scene with GSP? Did they recover the book bag?
Oh, through to Lieutenant Wolfo. I think we got your guy.
Now, just a few questions. When the screen goes from, it changes like black and white or like a grayish color, what is happening there?
I'm just switching from what we call the daylight camera to the infrared camera.
And what will be your purpose of switching from the daylight camera to the infrared camera?
As you can see, with all the tree coverage, sometimes it's easier to continue following the vehicle when you switch to the IR camera.
Now, when you first saw the two individuals get out of the car, you described one of them having a beanie on his head.
Yes.
When they were walking back towards the street, did you see either of them with a beanie on their head?
I don't recall.
And while we're pulling it up, when you had to switch to MA3, what did that mean?
Just switching radio channels.
Do you see the individual in the blue jeans?
Yes.
Do you see him with a beanie on his head? With that same pink beanie that you saw earlier?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay. And do you see the individual with the white shirt on and the black jacket?
Yes.
Do you see that individual with the beanie on his head?
No.
Okay. Course indulgence from you.
Pass the witness.
I have no further questions.
Mr. Abate, could you please just cue to 1404? Good afternoon, Sergeant Newman. My name is Max Shard. I represent Shannon Stillwell, okay? There's a lot of voices on that video, so correct me if I'm wrong. I believe your voice can be heard saying that you saw someone throw something in the bushes or throw a bag in the bushes.
Correct.
All right. Your Honor, I would ask permission to publish what was just shown, just beginning at 1404. Yes, please.
Gonna make him point to it.
Northbound behind 2481 Meadow Art Drive.
Tower 1 pursuit over on station.
You got 2.9.
I'm sorry, sir. Is
Go on, go
this
ahead.
after they pulled in?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Abate. Could you just, as they're pulling? My apologies.
Coming up the Boulder Way. All right, he's pulling into a driveway. 2481 Meadow Lark Drive.
Okay. At this point, and you have the vantage point, you're the eye in the sky at this point, correct?
Yes,
And even though you're in a helicopter, which would be scary to me, you're able to look down on the ground and see what's going on as you're in the helicopter, correct?
yes,
Okay. So you just saw the man in the pink beanie get out the driver's side, correct?
yes,
Get out the white Audi with tinted windows.
correct.
All right. And then you see another gentleman get out the passenger side.
Yes,
Okay. Mr. Bate, could you just play?
Driver is he got two running. Driver has a maroon colored.
It's okay. It's not your fault. You were able to see who had the book bag, correct?
yes,
Was it the driver or the passenger?
passenger.
Okay. And it's the passenger that you saw discard the book bag into the bushes, correct?
Yes.
All right. And, that's all I have. Thank you.
Anything?
He's
Anybody?
reserving.
All right, thank you for your time. You are excused. Call your next witness.